Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to PyroFalkon's Let's Play Extravaganza. And I'm playing a very old game. This is Donkey Kong on the original Game Boy back in 1994, before there was even a Game Boy Color. This is one of my favorite games of all time. But this is not just the normal Donkey Kong, even though it looks like it. It takes the first 4 stages of Donkey Kong and of Donkey Kong Classic in the arcade, so we'll blaze through these pretty quick, but you'll see that the game will change after that. And despite these first few games, it's actually more, or the first few stages, it's actually more of a puzzle game than an action game. Mario has a bunch of different, oh god. Oh, this is going to be a long day if I can't even get past the first level successfully. But I'm actually not using Mario's full potential. That is Mario's full potential. In this Donkey Kong, and again, you'll see this in a few stages if you just bear with me a few minutes, Mario does not act like he did back when he was Jumpman. He has several powers because this is an action puzzle game. You have to get through... Oh god, that was an error. That was a mistake. Okay. I don't know what those flame things are called, but I hate them. I want them to go away. Ah, there we go. Yeah. I was always bad at the original Donkey Kong, the arcade version of you know, the old arcade when Mario was still Jumpman and Peach and Toadstool had never been heard of before. So... God! Why am I so sloppy? I was just playing this game the other day and was freaking amazing at it. But, I've actually never really liked arcade games, which is probably blasphemous to some of you. But, I don't know, I guess it's because, you know, arcade games are always designed to suck your money as quickly as possible, and that always bugged me. I like, you know, playing games without pressure, and if you're popping in quarters, it gives you a little bit of extra pressure to succeed, or something. I don't know. It could just be because I'm a perfectionist and a completionist, and I hated the idea of a game I couldn't beat. Okay, now things are gonna get tricky. Oh boy. Let's see. Oh, I'll just come over here, grab the hammer. We can just toss it, boom. Sorry the sound sounds like such crap. I am having to play this on an emulator, and in fact I can't turn the volume lower than what you're hearing now, which is why hopefully it's not drowning out my voice too bad. Hopefully I actually ran some volume tests this time around. So we've completed the first 4 stages, which were the entirety of the arcade version, and now we're getting into the nice butt Donkey Kong. Now these cutscenes are cool because they show you what you need to do. First lesson here, you need to get the key and get it to the locked door. That is, in fact, the goal for every single stage, minus a few, in this game. So you'll see as we go along here. So the first world is Big City, and every world is divided into 4 stages, or every stage is divided into 4 sub-stages, however you want to call it. So the idea here is just to get the key and get to the door. Now we can gather Pauline's crap here, her parasol, her hat, and her purse. And getting all 3 takes us to a bonus stage. Toward the end of the game, I don't even bother doing this, because in the first few worlds, it's so easy to get the bonus items and so easy to play the mini-game to gather lives that it's almost kind of, why even bother? So lives come really, really fast, and I screwed that all up, but I got 1 up. And so there's basically 2 bonus games. There's that kind of Wheel of Fortune deal and a slot machine, and you play them and get extra lives. It's a grand old time. So, okay. Moving. The music's kind of catchy. It's certainly no, like, Final Fantasy or any of that crap, but, you know, given that it was on such a tiny sound chip in 1994, it wasn't that bad. And, you know, when God damn it. I've actually been playing this, lately, just partly for practice. I wasn't even gonna Let's Play it, and then I decided, what the hell. I like playing classic games for my LP, stuff that some of you guys haven't seen before. And given the age of the game, and given the age of some of you guys, you may not have even been born when this game came out in 1994. Alright. Well, one life is better than none. So if I remember right, there are 100 stages in this game? I hate that mouse, pig, cat thing. Alright. Oh, God. I forgot that the trash can sometimes holds a bad guy. Well, at least I got the one up, so it's sort of all square. Anyway, like I was saying, toward the end I usually don't go out of my way to... yeah! I remember the strategy on that one. But I can't get that guy. Anyway... Alright, let me go flippy, flippy, flippy. Some of these moves, I bet, inspired like Mario's abilities in Mario 64 and that kind of deal, since certainly the backflip was never part of his repertoire until this game came out. Anyway, so I think there's 100 stages in the game, and then every 4 stages, like this one, is broken up by a combat stage against Donkey Kong. The first combat stages are simply to try to get you to the, goal, while Donkey Kong makes your life miserable. Oh, shit! Oh, that was almost not even fair. Or maybe I should have, you know, anticipated that and watched where I was going. But anyway, let's go. Come on, Donkey Kong, you bring it. Yeah, what do you think about that? Haha, haha. So the last stage of each world is an actual combat deal where you have to bonk Donkey Kong in the face with barrels, something you could not do in the arcade version, of course, but it's incredibly satisfying here. And okay, so this is lesson 2 of your cutscene. DK busts out the girder. Can't clear it, but we have this little left-right arrow doohickey. And we can make a bridge. Pretty cool stuff. I love it when games teach you at a good, you know, decent pace how to play the game. Like, it hasn't technically shown me all the jumps yet, but if you watch the opening cutscene, like on the title screen, and you just let it go, you'll actually see Mario do almost all of his various jumps. And it sort of teaches you how to get through the game. Or at least the basics. Playing with my Xbox 360 controller, I'm sure that's sacrilege to somebody. Get out of my way. So, the other thing here is if you can grab another block thingy, you actually reset the timer and you can have all of your block thingies on there for longer. But all that matters is getting the key to the locked door. And, you know, when I've played it, I can't remember if I've just said it in this episode, but when I've played the game for practice recently, I didn't realize just how easy it was. So I don't know if I've simply gotten better, or I remember this stuff, or what the deal is. Or the game is simply not as difficult as I thought it was. I don't know. But it did entertain me for hours and hours, and isn't that, after all, what games are supposed to do? Okay, so here, this teaches you that order is important. So we put the horizontal platform first, then the vertical platform, ladder, whatever you want to call it. And it can't go through Pauline's stuff. So if I had done that in the opposite order, the ladder would have just gone past the ceiling, and I would have not been able to get to the key and the door. So if I had screwed that up, I would have just been able to try again, because once the timer runs out, you can always try it again, because those little ladders and platforms don't ever go away forever. Stage 1-7, we're doing well, climbing the tower. Okay. Now Mario can die from falls, so you want to be careful, although he can catch himself on, like, wires and stuff, so... Alright, you need to get out of the way. Or not. Ah! What the... Ah! Okay. Man, it's getting a little easier to do accidental backflips when I have a friggin' joystick to work with. Alright. That might actually... I don't know if that'll help me or hinder me as we get closer toward the end of the game. Ugh. You got. Thanks. That reminds me of Super Mario's Sunshine and Shine Get. Alright, taking on DK, top of the skyscraper here in the big city. So he throws barrels at us, we figure out his pattern, although of course the first pattern is super easy. I wouldn't say this game gets intense, but it certainly gets challenging toward the end. So... boom. Alright, so DK goes down, we get Pauline, we clear World 1 of 8? 9. There are 9 worlds. So we've cleared World 1, we're on our way, we'll watch this cutscene here. And this teaches you about switches. DK throws one switch, Mario freaks out, but he throws another switch, DK is too stupid to throw his again, and we're on our way. And you can see here, for every 100 points rounded up, you get an extra life at the end of a world. Or actually after the end of a section, which is another reason why lives come so easily. So, whatever. We cleared Big City, 26 lives, tons of lives, and we are moving on to World 2. The Forest. We'll pick up here the next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you tune in tomorrow. Bye.